at the 37-yard line.
On second down now, it's Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The ball carrier.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run forward with Smith. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. The throw right sideline here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the
ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Dexter.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Falcons 3. Giants.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now here comes Daniel Jones in the Giants again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dietrich Wise. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Atlanta ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
That's a 36-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Ito Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He's 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones throwing right, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Jones On 1st and 10, flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
It got his man complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Jones pass.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, Ryan. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing again, Ryan. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Fighting his way through contact. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Barkley. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the defense.
From the 36, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. Third down here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Operating from the gun. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Barkley. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
To kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
He was brought down by Blake.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Second and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Ryan. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
David Mayo brought him down.
2nd down and 7.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Again, it's Smith. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The Atlanta ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter. And a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Ryan's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
At the 16.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Ryan. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Ball carrier. Stopped short of the goal line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
13.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jones, he has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. Now a and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10.
An excellent gain, 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike by four. Mike by four.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Gano now to add the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Giants 14, Falcons 13. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that winds up incomplete. And now only 5 ticks on the clock. And likely just one final go at this now. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Falcons going into the final play of this game.